Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for this May the 3rd, 2026. I'm hoping everybody had a great Sunday out there so far, but it's a great Sunday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the storm system move across the country, and you can see in the eastern Pacific and portions of the tropical Atlantic and the Caribbean Sea and the Gulf of Mexico as well. You can see all that on tonight's satellite imagery. You can see the Gulf is quiet. Caribbean got a little bit of activity in the Caribbean, also across South America. You can see some activity starting to pop over here in areas off the Central American coast in the Eastern Pacific. You can see a lot of moisture streaming into the southwestern U.S., which is atmospheric moisture, which will continue to push inland over the Baja region of California through Mexico into Texas. Also over here in California, Nevada, stretching through the middle portion of the country. Even going to bring some severe weather for areas of the central and eastern U.S. coming up this week. We'll talk about that in tonight's video. And you can see that storm system that brought the precipitation to the east coast yesterday is well off in the Atlantic coastal water, with a low pressure system up here around the St. John's Islands in eastern Canada. Alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road there, folks. And we're going to take a look at your local forecast for your Monday. Alright, we got shower activity up here in Maine, stretching into southeast Canada, portion of New York State. Then again over here around Lake Superior, northern Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and a little bit of that shower activity across areas of Montana, also New Mexico, and also Arizona, Southern California, Central California as well, a little bit in Oregon. Thunderstorms and shower for Northern California, Southern Oregon, Nevada, stretching to Idaho, then through Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, to Arkansas, over toward Michigan, toward Lake Huron, also Wisconsin, also toward Ottawa and Toronto, Canada, western New York State, Pennsylvania, down toward areas of Virginia, also into Kentucky, a little bit across south and east of Florida, down toward the Florida Keys as well, a little bit in the northwest Bahamas. We got mixed precipitation up here in portion of Maine and New Hampshire, then again in Montana through Wyoming to South Dakota, Nebraska, Colorado, Utah, Nevada, California regions as well, a little bit down here in areas of Arizona also. Otherwise, expect your high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Monday. Alright, let's roll on into your Tuesday forecast now. It should roll out something like this here across the board. And you can see the weather features across the board. Got a cold front stretching from southwest Canada to Texas, all the way back into Maine, and then back into eastern Canada. Alright, we got mixed precipitation over here in California, Nevada, Utah, Wyoming, also into portions of South Dakota, Nebraska, Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona. Even got some pockets of heavy snow and snow flying across Colorado and Wyoming, a little bit in Montana. Shower activity in portion of Oregon, California, also in the portion of Iowa, also northern Illinois, southeast Wisconsin through Michigan, over here into South Canada, just east of Lake Superior, also a little bit through Lake Huron, also southeast Canada. Then we got thunderstorms and showers for Arizona, New Mexico, to Nebraska, to Texas, to areas of Mississippi, to western North Carolina, Kentucky, to Ohio, to New York State, to Maine, also New Brunswick, a little bit across South Florida, Florida Key, northwest Bahama, and a little bit in the Big Bend area off the coast of Florida there, and a little bit in the southeastern areas of Texas. Severe weather over here in portions of Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas areas as well for your Tuesday. Otherwise, expect your high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Tuesday. Alright, let's roll on into the current watches warning advisory map for your location across the nation. It should look something like this here across the board. Alright, okay, we got some special weather statements up here in Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, also New York State, also down in Georgia, northern Michigan, Minnesota. We got some, I think it's blow and dust advisory. Let me see what we got. We got, yeah, dust and blowing dust advisories over here in Illinois, and also Wayne County in Nevada. Got wind advisories over here in Southern California, Southern Nevada, and also of course in Montana, and also into areas of South Dakota. We got river flood warning still in effect for northern Michigan, also through Wisconsin, Illinois, also down in the portions of areas of Arkansas. Red flag warnings in Oklahoma, southeast area of Wyoming, through North Dakota, Montana, high wind warning there in Nebraska, and also some freeze watches in effect for Wyoming, and winter storm watches in effect for southern Wyoming and northern Colorado. And also we have a severe thunderstorm warning over here in the area of California, northern areas, and a heat advisory for a couple of counties there in one county in Oregon and one in southwestern Washington State, and a flood advisory there as well. Alright, we got a special marine warning off the coast of the Florida Keys, small craft advisories off the east coast of Florida, and then up here from around to New Jersey all the way to Maine, and a little bit around the Alaska region, and hydro issues in the southwest. Hawaii and Chain Island looks good also. Alright, Storm Prediction Center outlook rolls out something like this here across the board. Alright, we got a marginal risk stretching from Kansas City to Springfield, Missouri to Des Moines, Iowa, also Chicago, Illinois to Fort Wayne, Columbus, Ohio. General thunderstorm elsewhere from Redding, California, far east is Rochester, down to Roanoke, Virginia, and as far south as areas of Wichita Falls and Oklahoma City, and north as La Crosse, Texas. Wisconsin. Excuse me. All right, let's move on into areas of the tornado probability. You can see it's less than 2% all areas. Damaging winds 5%, and large hail 5%. Alright, let's roll on into day number 3. Alright, we got a marginal risk down here from Abilene to Waco. Far east is Memphis, Tennessee, Springfield, Missouri. Slight risk from Dallas over to Little Rock. General thunderstorm from Reno, Nevada. Far north as Caribou, Maine. All the way down to Nashville, Tennessee, Springfield, Illinois, Missouri, that is. No, Springfield, Illinois. I was right, so there we go. And then again for Miami, Florida, and the Florida Keys. Alright, probability rolls out like this here. 5 and 15% respectively for Texas over toward Missouri and western areas of Tennessee, and 15% for Texas into Arkansas and southeast Oklahoma. Alright, now let's move on into the Storm Prediction Center outlook for day number 4. Here it is along the Gulf Coast, stretching from Waco, Texas to Houston, Texas, far east of Birmingham, Alabama. 15% risk area for severe weather for day 4, which is Tuesday. Rainfall totals over the next 7 days. As you can see, the heavy precipitation ranging from about a tenth to maybe a couple inches of rain from Texas. The state of Mexico through Texas, all the way to Mississippi to Georgia, western North Carolina, upstate South Carolina, much of Tennessee through Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, all the way up into Maine, southeast Canada. You can see heavy precipitation there. Even the Carolinas is going to get anywhere from about ½ inch to maybe a couple inches of rain possible. Also across the Bahamas as well, and then also some activity across Colorado, Wyoming, and areas of Nebraska and Kansas. And then elsewhere ranging from nothing to maybe up to a ½ inch of precipitation elsewhere across the board. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like the video, share the video. We'll catch you back in the next one. Have a wonderful Sunday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got.